Welcome to Solo Iced Coffee. I don't have iced coffee though. I have water. I had my coffee earlier when I did my Return the Key video. See if I can get all that water in before I go to sleep. It's 7:30-ish in the evening and I'm up in my bedroom. I'm going to soon go and get a bath and get in my night clothes and kind of get ready for the evening. We have a few things to do tomorrow. We have walking to do at the mall to get our steps in. We did not get any walking in today. I mean, as far as, going to the mall. There's always lots of walking in the house, but we need to get the walking in. We need to go and George needs to go sign some papers, and we're going to gather up all of his paperwork for his real ID. He doesn't have a real ID yet. So we have everything. We just got to gather it all together and put it in a file folder and then go to the DMV, which we'll probably do on Thursday. And hopefully get that done. Cross another thing off the list, which is what we've been doing a lot lately, is crossing things off the list. I want to talk to you guys tonight about something pretty serious for me. I have really, 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 really severe anxiety and panic attacks, more so than I've ever been able to talk to anyone about. If I even try and come close to talk to anyone, like I think the person I was most able to talk to that tried to understand was the doctor I had for 27 years, who's now retired. My anxiety is social and it's widespread. It spans all forms of social interaction. So let me try and explain, because this might help people understand me better. Okay, I'm just going to start out by saying this. I'm 65 years old, and I have had some form of anxiety since my first memory, my earliest memory. My anxiety was so bad in school, at school age, that I could not get on the bus and ride the school bus to school. So I would leave earlier in the morning and I would walk, and I'm not kidding you, 7th grade through 10th grade, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, I would walk a ridiculous amount of miles to get to school because I had such a fear of getting on the bus. I quit school when I finished 10th grade because I just literally could not go in the school. I could not work my locker. Okay, there's going to be a little break in there because a phone call just came in. You have the locker and you spin the lock, with the numbers. And I couldn't. And my anxiety just went from there. Every single thing that I've needed to do has been so much work. I'll try to break it down the best I can. If I need to make a phone call for like a business call, like today. I had to call the gas company. I had to call the electric company. I had to call my renter's insurance company. I had to take medication a half an hour before my calls in order for me to be able to make the calls. I jot down little notes. I keep everything right in front of me so that I don't forget anything. If I have to go out of the house, everything is timed around my medication and around when a store is going to be busy or not, what day of the week it is. A Friday, Saturday, or Sunday are the hardest. Monday morning would be the easiest, but the stores are not stocked real well. When we go to the mall and walk, it's when the mall just has opened, even 5 minutes before it actually opens, but you can still get in. And we walk then when it's not crowded, right? So I have not had medical testing done. I've not had immunizations. The last time I got a shot for anything was 2004. I have not had any testing done. I haven't had a mammogram since 2018. I haven't never had a colonoscopy. I will go through pain, physical pain, to the point where I would almost knock myself out with like ibuprofen or something, whatever, before I would go to the hospital at this stage. If I had my way, I would never leave this house, ever, ever. I would never, ever leave the house. If I had my way, I would never drive the car again. If I had my way, I would never talk to anyone ever again other than my husband. I'm always so nervous that I'm going to say something wrong, that I'm going to not like be on top of things and not text enough or be present enough, or there's huge amounts of fear that come over me when I think about going over to Messenger, or when I think about Facebook. It's this intense shaking fear that I can't explain. Things got worse, much worse, when Sky got sick and passed away. And when I watched him die, those days as he was dying, it totally changed me so much. And watching the funeral men carry him out of our home, everything changed me. Living on my own for 6 months, giving up my car at that time, calling all of these agencies, like every number that someone would give me, and I would need to take medication and call 2 or 3 places and tell my story. I don't know where I'm going to live. I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know, and to hear their answers over and over again were pretty scary. But going into the grocery store alone, getting in my car alone, driving to go get prescriptions, like anything, would take a miracle for me to get it done. And I would get in the car and just shake. And I would do my best at hiding all of it, every bit. I have felt so uncomfortable being able to say, I don't know how to conduct a friendship. I don't know how to be a friend. I don't know how to connect the dots. I want to just stay in my room. Honestly, I want to just stay in my room, and I want to just never leave this room. I want to just never have to do life, you know? Family events, going out to dinners, or the thought of being invited to someone's house. The amount of panic, the times that I've needed to do that have been through the roof. And I haven't always been treated welcoming. And so that never helps, you know. But I'm doing this video because I want people to know that the many, many amazing people that I've gotten to meet over time, and I kind of fell off the face of the earth after Sky passed away. And I met George, and my life took a quick turn. Engagement, marriage, a different home, giving up my apartment of 6 years today, laying the keys on the counter, really hard. I know that apartment like the back of my hand. I know all the creaks, the way the doors slide, the way the doors close, what the trees look like, Mr. Squirrel, how the water runs. You know, a couple of neighbors. I know they're so familiar. And it created a little bit of comfort for me. Now, I feel like I was picked up and put in a different land, to be honest. And so my disappearing, my falling off the face of the earth is no one's doing but mine. And the recognition that I have about my disorder, and how it's changed my life, and how it's changed me, and how it's time to really start talking about anxiety, this severe anxiety like this, and panic. Like it's time that more people talk about social anxiety and panic, and what it feels like to try and live a normal life, to try and have friends, to try and cultivate friendships, to try and have coffee dates, to try and have people over, to try and communicate on the phone, have phone calls with girlfriends. I can't do any of that. None of that works for me. And yet there's a part of me back here that's like, but you want that. Like more than anything in the world, more than anything in the world, I want to be one of those people that lets nothing bother them. Like nothing, like that I can just let everything roll off, you know, just let it roll off and just go on with your life, you know, go to bed, get a good night's sleep, wake up, you know, get dressed, wash your hair, do a little makeup, plan the day, go out, get in the car, go where you need to go, greet people, smile, hold doors for people, you know, like enjoy every moment that you're breathing. Come home, make a little dinner, have a coffee, maybe watch a funny movie, like smile a lot, laugh a lot. If something is going on in the world, let it roll off. If someone says something bad about you, let it roll off. Just live. I want to be that person. I want to just live. I want to take deep breaths. I want to relax my body. I want to know what it feels like to not be this tense all the time. I want to know what it feels like to not have nightmares. I want to know what it feels like to get a good night's sleep every night. I want to know what it feels like to meet a friend for coffee and and not be scared to death. All that is what I'd love to see happen, but I don't see that, and I don't see it at my age after a lifetime of this. So many things I've had to do differently in my life because of the anxiety. There were jobs I couldn't take. There were clients I couldn't go to because I couldn't drive to a certain area, or I was too afraid to go into someone's home, or whatever the case may be. It's bad. It's big, it's wide, it's severe. It's all-encompassing fear. And I know that going inward, pulling inward is not the right way to handle this. I know this. But that's where I go, and that's where I've been going a lot lately. And it's really scary, and it's really uncomfortable. But I just thought I have to say to people that you guys that have been there and shared your lives with me know how much I love yous and how much I appreciate you, and I'm sorry if I let anybody down. Whoever I let down, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to change this or get beyond it or get through it or get over it or get around it when it's been a lifetime. And sometimes you just can't pretend anymore, you know, like, oh, everything's okay, I'm good. No, when you're this scared of yourself and life and breathing and death. I'm scared to death of death now. I'm scared to death of driving. I'm scared to death of breaking down in a car. I'm scared to death of us not being able to pay the bills in the house or keep the house. I'm scared to death of being married. I'm scared to death of my husband dying. I'm scared to death of me dying and leaving him. I'm scared to death of being married for fear that maybe he won't be faithful. I'm scared to death of everything, the mail before it even gets here. I'm scared to death of any pain or any sound that I hear. It's like anything, everything. It doesn't matter. If I see dogs running without being on a leash, it's a terror for me. Driving the car and trying to watch all the other cars and watch your speed limit and watch the GPS system, so I know that everything is okay, and then and then try and get paperwork done, and try and like contact the appropriate people for things. And oh my God, the list goes on. And I just want to hide. Honestly, I just want to hide. I just want to just bury myself in like my bed with my covers pulled up and never moving. I don't think I've ever said this much about this out loud ever. But it was just time, because I just felt myself going inward more and more. So if I'm not there, I'm sorry, another clip change. If I'm not answering the phone, if I'm not answering texts, if I'm not present, it's not anyone's doing. It's me, and it's what I'm going through. So I just thought, let me just put this out here on the table and see if anybody else can even begin to relate to what it is that I'm feeling. So I'm going to go, because my phone keeps ringing, and I need to see who's calling, because it's coming up no caller ID. So I think it might be my son, but I'm going to go. Thank you just for listening, even if you don't understand what this is like. But if you do and you want to comment, I will go over to comments at some point. I just, for the first time in 7 days, went over to my channel today to put up a video. I have even been avoiding the channel. I put a video up and then don't go over to it. I just let things happen, pretty much, until I get like this tiny little burst of bravery to go to my channel and talk with people. I'm one big scaredy cat, and that's the truth of the matter. If you can relate at all, please comment down below. I would love to know that I'm not the only person walking the face of the earth going through this. Really. Thank you for being here.